Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled among rolling hills, there was a spirited young lad named Kyle. Kyle had an insatiable thirst for understanding the mysteries of existence, always pondering the deeper truths hidden in everyday moments. One crisp morning, whispers reached his ears about an enlightened sage who dwelled atop the village's highest peak in a simple hut surrounded by whispering pines. Fueled by a burning resolve, Kyle set off at dawn, his heart pounding with anticipation as he scaled the steep, winding trail. Sweat beaded on his brow, and his legs ached from the climb, but nothing could dim the spark of hope in his chest. At last, he arrived at the sage's modest dwelling, where the air hummed with a profound stillness. Breathless yet brimming with questions, Kyle bowed deeply before the sage, a frail elder with skin like weathered parchment and eyes that sparkled like distant stars. "Wise one," Kyle ventured, his voice trembling with earnestness, "how might I attain true enlightenment?" The sage regarded him with a soft, knowing smile, his gaze piercing yet kind. 15 years, came the measured reply, as steady as the mountain itself. Kyle's eyes widened, but his fire only blazed brighter. "And if I train with unyielding vigor, pouring every ounce of my soul into it, what then?" The sage tilted his head, considering the boy's fervor, then spoke again. 25 years. Undaunted, though a flicker of bewilderment stirred within him, Kyle pressed on. "But suppose I surrender completely, living and breathing nothing but the path to wisdom. How much sooner could it come?" The sage nodded slowly, his expression unchanging, and murmured, 35 years. A shadow of frustration clouded Kyle's face, and he let out a quiet sigh, his earlier excitement giving way to a knot of unease in his throat. I don't grasp it, teacher," he confessed, his voice cracking with vulnerability. "The harder I vow to strive, the further away it seems. Why does commitment stretch the distance?" The sage's smile deepened, a gentle warmth radiating from him like sunlight filtering through leaves. He placed a calloused hand on Kyle's shoulder, his touch light as a breeze. "When one eye clings to the destination," he said softly, "the other is blind to the road beneath your feet." Kyle fell silent, the words settling over him like a cool mist. In that suspended moment, a quiet revelation bloomed in his mind, the profound truth that chasing the horizon with desperate focus could blind him to the sacred ground he tread each day. Enlightenment wasn't a distant prize to snatch. It was woven into the very fabric of the steps he took, the breaths he drew, the stumbles and triumphs alike. He saw now that true awakening demanded presence, not pursuit, a full-hearted immersion in the unfolding now. Picture yourself scaling a mighty oak, its branches reaching like arms toward the sky. At the summit dangles a cluster of sun-kissed apples, plump and bursting with sweetness, promising a burst of joy upon your tongue. Yet, if your gaze locks upward, fixated on that tantalizing reward, imagining its crisp snap, its juice trickling down your chin, you risk a misstep. Your foot might slip on a gnarled root, or your grip could falter on the slick trunk, sending you tumbling into the underbrush below. No, the secret lies in the climb itself. Anchor your attention to the next hold, the way your fingers curl around the rugged bark, rough and alive with the tree's quiet pulse. Notice the shift of your weight, the steady rhythm of your breath mingling with the rustle of leaves overhead. Savor the earthy scent rising from the soil far below, the play of dappled light on your skin as you ascend. Each deliberate movement draws you nearer, not through frantic haste, but through mindful grace. The fruit will come when it's time, its flavor all the richer for the path that led there. So it is with the grand ascent of life, whether you're mastering a craft that eludes your grasp, nurturing a dream that flickers like a candle in the wind, or unraveling the knots of your own heart. Beware the trap of the far-off summit. Obsess over the triumph, and you may overlook the quiet miracles unfolding right where you stand, the spark of insight in a single practice, the resilience forged in a moment of doubt, the unexpected beauty in a detour. Embrace the labor with open arms. Delight in the sweat of your striving, glean wisdom from every twist and turn, and honor each small victory as a constellation lighting your way. For in the end, the greatest harvest isn't always the one you reach for. It's the strength, the clarity, and the unspoken joy born from the journey that carries you forward.